they were excited. I mean, we drove into that place, and it's the closest thing in Division II that reminds me of here with our tailgate. So homecoming there, it's good to. I've been a part of teams where we played 6 road games and we were homecoming opponent for 6 teams, and you normally try to schedule a team that you want to beat to impress the fans. We don't believe in that here, based on our homecoming opponents. So I think our guys kind of took it a little bit like we're homecoming this late in the year, but we still had to go down there and play. It was good. Had a good crowd down there. They were into it. Their crowd did some things that I was kind of impressed with. Their own tortillas and excited about what they were doing. But bottom line is, I think our guys overcame. We left Friday and were on the bus for about 11 hours, and we did some things to break up the monotony of being on the bus. Got them out to the beach a little bit so they could walk around. I think that helped a little bit. Did a walk through Saturday morning instead of just laying around hotels. So got them out, and I thought they were a little more fresher to play than the way we've gone down and traveled in the past. And then we played. It didn't start out well with the safety on the first play. If we got one guy make a block, it could be a very big play, but we didn't, and so it's either feast or famine there, and it was famine for us. But our guys responded, and defense came out after the safety and held them, got a sack, and forced a punt. Offense went downfield and scored, and then we got some turnovers and just started playing the way we're capable of playing.
Talk about your defense a little bit more. I feel like y'all have kind of improved on the defensive side over the season. 4 or 5 turnovers in the game. Talk about that performance.
Well, I think when you get turnovers, it shows vast improvement in your defense right away. That's what you see. You look inside the numbers, and we gave up a lot of yards. We played Commerce. We gave up some yards rushing, but 30 of it was on a play toward the end of the first half. They gashed us a little bit, brought in the quarterback that we hadn't seen, and weren't ready for his running ability, and he did some things to hurt us. But it's not fantasy football. You don't get a point for every 10 yards a guy gets. You got to cross the goal line, and we kept him from doing that. That's the whole thing. But we have gotten better, and I think the turnovers were arriving. When I say arrive, at the ball with violent intentions and try to get it out. We had a forced fumble that we didn't get that rolled out of bounds on us. But I like the way that we attacked the ball carrier, did the ball carrier, and knocked the ball out. Our defensive backs are going up and getting the ball. So
another area of your game that's really improved over the years, your running attack. It seems like every week, whether it's Khalil or Brandon Blair or Compton, somebody's stepping up and making a big run every week.
Yeah, I think it's. I think our first or second year here, we had 5 running backs we thought we could depend on, and next thing you know, week 6 we're down to 1 because they're all injured. So we've kept trying to maintain running backs, Khalil hadn't played the last couple of weeks. They've had to step up, and those guys were just waiting on their opportunity. And this was Jared's opportunity. He made the most of it, not only running the ball but catching the ball. He's got a big 30-yard touchdown. As a matter of fact, we ran that play in our 2-minute drill against our defense on Thursday, and it looked very similar. The guys running wide open down the middle of the field. So I think that's a premonition of things to come. But Jared really stepped up. Waiting on his turn, just like Isaiah Smallwood's waiting on his turn, and Heston Marshall's waiting on his turn. So we got a lot of confidence in anybody we put back there.
And it's got to feel good having a lot of those guys, just even in the depth, kind of like, hey, if something happens, we're good to go. And this week, the offense definitely looked, like they took a huge leap forward compared to last week. So what was that like as a coaching staff to see that come to fruition?
Well, just to see them get confidence as the game went on, and I think people were doubting our offense. And, Nick takes a lot of pride, Gerber, in being the leader of the offense. I think he was down and wanted to come out and prove something. I think our offensive line wanted to prove something because we didn't play. I think our receivers wanted to come out and do something, and Noah had a big catch down there. Tyree Tippin caught a ball, put his foot in the ground, and stayed on the field and ran hard when he had it. That's just, I think they had something to prove to not only themselves, but I think to the defense and to everybody else on the team and everybody else out there. they come to play. Sometimes it's just not their day. Just like we've had some bad defensive days as well. We've had some bad special teams days as well. So I think one of the things that we're trying to get more of those offensive guys on special teams and get them more involved, so they feel like they're more active in the game, and we did that a little bit more this week.
Big test this Saturday, Midwestern coming up. Obviously, they're at the top of the conference standings, but you guys are right there with them too. So.
Top 20 team, well deserved. They've been upset by Central Washington, but I think they made their mark early. Kind of set a standard when they beat Commerce and then beat Angelo, beat both those guys really on the road. They've had a tough schedule, and it's just made them tougher as they've gone. And they've got a lot of confidence. Their quarterback, because they transferred from Arizona State, I think he's big. He's 6'3", about 215. He's not a great thrower, not a great runner, but he's really good at both. So you got to be careful with him and knowing where you got to contain him, and then you got to make sure that if he starts scrambling, you're covering in the secondary because he can find guys downfield. They're solid on the offensive line. This is a very well coached team. Defensively, they got athletes. Malik, he's number 4. I want to say Owens. I'm sorry if I screwed your name up. Malik, don't take it out on me on Saturday. But he's a damn good football player. He runs and he creates havoc. He's the guy that stands out to me more than anybody. But their defense, they fly around the ball. And they've got a scheme they've had there for a long time on defense, and they all run it to perfection. And it's going to be a very tough challenge for us, for our team. And I told our team, I said, we're not mathematically eliminated yet. But the first step is we win, and then let other things fall into place. But if we don't win, it doesn't matter. So I think we're looking forward to it. Again, it's another quality opponent coming into this place, and we're hoping to get some guys back. We lost some people to some injuries, and hopefully we'll get our full team back and be able to come out and play a tough game and hopefully come out with a win.